What's good, everybody, man? Welcome back to more Twin Wrestle Pod. And today we are going to be talking about Monday Night Raw. In particular, of Monday Night Raw, we have first round of the King and Queen tournament. We got the announcement on Saturday when Backlash was ongoing about the first round qualifier matches. And you see on the screen, the matches were announced as follows. We have Kofi Kingston versus Rey Mysterio, Drew McIntyre versus Finn Balor, Ricochet versus Ilja Dragunov, Gunther versus Sheamus for the men's side. And for the women's side, we have Lyra Valkyria taking on Asuka, Iyo Sky taking on Natalya, Zoe Stark taking on Ivy Now, and Shayna Baszler taking on the former first ever Queen of the Ring and Zelena Vega. Now, all this stuff kicks off tonight on Monday Night Raw, and I'm excited for it. Particularly the men's side. I'm looking forward to Lyra Valkyria versus Asuka on the women's side for sure. I think the other three matches might be no-brainers. Maybe one surprise, and that surprise being Zoe Stark versus Ivy Now. So let's break down these matches, shall we? I'm kind of salty that Gunther versus Sheamus is the first round qualifier. I would have expected have Gunther take on Rey Mysterio and have Sheamus take on Kofi Kingston, and then you have those two meet up in the next round, and have Gunther versus Sheamus there. And then you have Ricochet versus Dragonov, face the winner of McIntyre and Balor. But it looks like this tournament will come down to either Drew McIntyre or Gunther. We don't know what's on the line, though, for this tournament. They haven't announced anything. They haven't announced, at least I didn't hear anything. They announced whoever wins this get a future championship match. I haven't heard nothing like that. Maybe they break that out come come tonight. So let's get to my predictions. Gunther versus Sheamus, going to be another banger like we got from Clash of the Castle. Now I expect this match to get the most time of any of these matches on the card tonight, with probably Drew and Finn being a close second. And Dragonov and Ricochet, I expect them to get a lot of time as well, just to showcase Dragonov and Ricochet doing his athletic stuff. So I expect those three matches to go the distance for a minute throughout the show. Gunther versus Sheamus, I'm going to take Gunther. Now, would Gunther beat Sheamus straight up? Don't know. But this probably will be the best match on the tournament first round qualifier matches. So I'm going to take Gunther there. Ricochet versus Ilja Dragunov. I do not see how you do not have Dragunov win it, being that this is his first night on the main roster, first night on Monday Night Raw. Barn, he fought Shinsuke Nakamura just like 3 or 4 weeks ago on Monday Night Raw. But this is his showcase, and what a person to put him in the ring with than Ricochet, then to showcase your skill. So I expect them to have a good match, but I'm taking Dragunov, and we'll probably get Dragunov versus Gunther in the second round, which is crazy to think about. I expected that match so far down the line, not this soon. So looks like we're going to be getting those two in the second round. Kofi versus Rey Mysterio. You know what? I'm going to take Kofi just because I think Carlito will probably play a factor in this match and cost Rey Mysterio this match. Because Rey Mysterio did say on Monday Night Raw last week that they had some unfinished business and that they all being drafted to Monday Night Raw. I expect Carlito to play a factor in this match, so I'm going to take Kofi in this match. And Drew McIntyre versus Finn Balor. This can go both ways, but it's like Drew and Gunther is on a collision course to see who's going to win the King of the Ring crown. I say Drew McIntyre, I'm going to take him. But if CM Punk cost Drew McIntyre this match, that's the only way I can see Finn Balor winning this match. But I'm going to take Drew. So for the men's side, I got Gunther, Dragunov, Kofi, and I got Drew McIntyre. All right, for the women's side, we have Lyra Valkyria, we have Iyo Sky, Natalya. Let me go back. Lyra Valkyria versus Asuka, Iyo Sky versus Natalya, Zoe Stark versus Ivy Now, Shayna Baszler versus Zelena Vega. All on the women's side in the first round qualifiers tonight. So, same thing with Dragonov applies to Lyra Valkyria. This is one of the dirtiest women you can put her in the ring with to showcase her abilities and put her in terms of AJ Styles being for Cody Rhodes, the litmus test. So, what a way to showcase Lyra Valkyria by having her step in the ring with Asuka. One of the greatest women to ever do it. So, I expect these two to have the longest match out of any of these 4 matches for the woman. And I'm going to take Lyra Valkyria here. I don't see Asuka winning. Asuka and them just lost the championships at Backlash. And you got to showcase Lyra Valkyria by it being her first night on Monday Night Raw. And cementing her name in the women's division. And this is the way to do it. Asuka doesn't lose anything from this match. She doesn't lose anything in a loss to Lyra Valkyria. Because Asuka's name is already cemented. So, Lyra Valkyria here. Iyo Sky versus Natalya. We haven't seen Iyo Sky in the ring since WrestleMania. She came off the loss against Bayley. Now she's drafted over to Monday Night Raw. This is a no-brainer pick. Iyo Sky all the way. And she beats Natalya in a pretty quick match. So I'm going to take Iyo Sky there. And my surprise match is going to be Zoe Stark versus Ivy Now. It all depends what happens with the Creeds and Chad Gable, where Ivy Now fits in with this whole scenario. But if I'm picking it, man, I got to take Zoe Stark. I feel like Zoe Stark, they tried with her last year a little bit, putting her with Trish, having her break on her own, then putting her in a tag team with Shayna. But I like Zoe Stark, man. She's a pretty good women's wrestler. She has some good moves. Crowd hasn't connected with her yet. But this will be a surprise matchup. So I'm gonna take Zoe Stark. Ivy Now is gonna be thrust in the whole Alpha Academy and match scene and that whole Chad Gable business pretty soon, based on the tease we just saw last week. So I'm gonna take Zoe Stark here. Ivy Now might have match scene in her corner, so that might cost her the match. You never know. Depends what Triple H do, but I'm gonna take Zoe Stark here. In our final match, we have Shayna Baszler taking on Zelena Vega. Shayna Baszler, man, long gone on the days of her dominant reign in NXT. She is not presented the same way, and the crowd just not connecting with her at all since she's been up there ever since. Zelena Vega's with the LWO, and she's the former queen of the ring, so I expect her to at least get a win. So I'm gonna take Zelena Vega here over Shayna Baszler, and we're gonna get her and Zoe Stark in the next round. That's where Zoe Stark will go on to beat Zelena Vega in the next week. And this is just all on Monday, tonight. Ain't no telling what's going to happen Friday. I believe they have some qualifier matches as well. So we got to tune in for Friday. But final predictions: we got Gunther, we got Dragonov, we got McIntyre, we got Kofi for the men's side, Valkyria, Iyo Sky, Zoe Stark, and Zelena Vega for the women's side. Now we got to tune into Monday Night Raw and see what happens. So that's my predictions for the King and Queen of the Ring. And let me know who you think you got advancing in the comments down below. And I got some more videos dropping. But until next time, man, y'all take it easy. I'm out, bro.